We are not going to live on this planet forever. Sometimes I doubt that humanity will survive in next, say, 50 or 100 years. I think people are going to leave this planet and settle.
If you look at climate change, if you look at sort of access to water, migration, space may not be the solution, but space will always be part of the solution.
Everything we do has an element of space, whether we're talking about aviation, whether we're talking about transport, if we're talking about weather, if we're talking about security, if we're talking about sovereignty.
We must have American dominance in space.
You name it, space is there somewhere.
The future of space is about exploration, absolutely no question. It's also about economic opportunity. Right now we have a $350 billion global budget in space. Will be a $1.1 trillion opportunity for all of us.
Commercial space is now dominant, clearly dominant. 70% of all space revenues or all space finances is now on the private sector rather than the government sector.
If you think now with the commercial space, we enter space 3.0, and that we have the commercial market now able to provide us with abilities that we didn't have 50 years ago.
Space is a true global business that nobody's really truly leveraging yet.
Space tourism will resonate because it will open up frontiers, and perhaps it will be more accessible. It will be something that maybe people will say, well, maybe one day I will be able to travel in space.
When you have like ultra trained people, it's like, no, only special people can go to space. Only the the top 1% can go there. When in fact, no, it's for all of us. We absolutely need to go into space. Yes, it needs democratizing, it needs opening to everybody.
And some haves will have travel tickets to space, and a lot of them will just pretend they have. Maybe that's where VR will come in, and we'll put on headsets to pretend we're in space. But who's going to decide who goes into space and how much it will cost them?
Space mining is going to happen. The question is who can extract, for what purpose, and what can the regulatory system need to be placed.
Their interest is in commercial extraction to make money. They might not care about where are they drilling and how they are drilling.
How humanity ensures that it takes place in an orderly and safe manner.
The company is still, if it's going to take something to another planet, let's say, still has to follow the international rules dealing with planetary protection. That no country can go to another planetary body and contaminate it.
We're still on Earth, we're still terrestrial based, we need to be multiplanetary. We have to be multiplanetary. It's not in our best interest to remain on this planet, regardless of how sophisticated our technology is.
We are limited in resources in supporting the human population on Earth. There's no choice. For survival, we have to expand.
Colonization on Earth is actually a really bad thing. Right? We don't view colonizers positively here, and we want to decolonize space, actually.
If there's no life there, then it is not like we're arriving and going to push native people out.
A very famous image, which is called Earthrise. If people would see this image, they would see how alone we are and how fragile we are.
Almost the one thing that all astronauts, when they come back, talk about. They talk about the fact that this is a fragile environment. There are rapid, even from space, there are rapid changes in the environment, in the ecosystem.
It's clear to see the interaction between the ocean, between the air, between the freshwater cycle, the flora and the fauna. Everything is one. We are all connected.
When you talk about space exploration, we are talking about unity. We are talking about a way for the mankind to overcome big challenges together.
When we're saying, yeah, but why should we focus on this? Well, we still haven't found a cure for malaria. That is part of the problem of that lack of perspective that we have as humans.
A lot of the technologies that were invented for the purpose of taking us to the moon then became standard algorithms in computer science, for example. Anything that helps us get to space and get to space safely and efficiently will also help us in our daily lives here on Earth.
Humans going here, or with robotics going there, and with mining here, and whatever. All of it's going to create wonderful opportunities and dangers. Do we have the foresight to see the dangers?